Thank you, everyone. Have a
Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
What up, party people? It's your boy Rodney Perry. You're tuned into Rodney Perry Live. It is absolutely going down the way it does every day, man. I got people texting me, of course. Soon as you go live, somebody want to text your ass like, what's going on? Anyway, welcome. Okay. Let's do this. It's Candy. I gotta
Good morning.
Yeah, no doubt. I gotta text this right quick to Dave. He'll be on in a half hour. I want to make sure he got this information. And so run me a quick break and then we'll do it.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
All right, we're gonna try to start over again. Forget it. Okay. I don't know what the hell we're doing this morning. First of all, thank you for tuning in the way you always do. Mad love, mad respect to the I got two of that nigga right there. God damn. All right. Sheila Davis, welcome to the show. Tanya L. Moore, always a pleasure. Lavinia. I think that's Tommy girl right there. David Burns, what's up? Watching you from Cedar Hill, Texas. Welcome, Texas, in the building. I'll be in Shreveport coming up. Had a crazy time last weekend in Ybor City, Tampa, Florida. Oh, my God. These people party like it's Mardi Gras every day. I said, man, I'm going to lay down. I can't do it no more. Crazy night. Got back home. The wife was out of town taking care of some stuff with her mom. And so, I'm with the kids, dropped Roxy off at school this morning. And this is what I know. You don't want to buy a sausage biscuit from Racetrack. Okay? That's what you don't want. Shit was horrible. I almost choked on it. It had no remnants of sauce, nothing. Anyway, welcome to the show. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. My co-host for today, two of my favorite dudes. They don't even know. They don't know each other anyway. Welcome to the show. Cole Parker, what's up, brother? You muted.
RP.
It's always a pleasure, man. Cole came in and sat in with our brainstorming meeting this weekend. Appreciate that, bro.
No doubt. That was dope. I'm ready for the next one.
You know what I noticed as I was listening to y'all talk about, make suggestions. It feels like everybody kind of hate me a little bit.
No, man, don't take it like that. You were asking for stuff that dealt directly with you about things that we know about you. All the nuances is part of it.
Yeah, it hurts.
Stop it.
It hurts. No, it was great, man. Really great ideas. A lot of good stuff coming down the pipe. You don't want a morning biscuit from Racetrack.
One thing you ain't never got to worry about me doing is eating a biscuit from Racetrack. Even
it seemed like the right thing to do. I had never seen it before. I was like, you know what? And it felt like I could throw it through a picture like a glass window.
I've never seen an oven there.
Now that you mention it. Ladies and gentlemen, super funny. One of my favorite sketches ever. This guy walks up to a homeboy, asks for some jumper cables. And dude, like, I got no jumper cables. He's like, nigga, you ain't got no jumper cables? Raggedy as that piece of shit is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Mr. Rob Love, funny in the building. What's up, Rob?
What's up, everybody? Good morning, everybody. Happy morning. Happy Monday, man.
Happy morning, man. Now, is that a virtual background or you in the abyss?
I'm in the theater room, man. I'm in the movie room, chilling.
I like that. That's how perfect lighting the whole nine. Only thing I asked if you could turn your phone sideways.
I'm gonna try to do that. I did that, and then it just turned me like this.
Hilarious. you probably got your. We'll figure out a break, but you probably got your phone locked.
Let me see.
So especially if you got an iPhone.
Okay. Let me see now.
On this page, one of them buttons.
There
you go. Stop right there. Rob Love has joined the show.
Hey, we in there.
All right, man. Let's get into it. We got a great show lined up for y'all today. Let's get right into it. I got Rob Love. I got motherfucking Cole Park. Excuse my language. I'm cussing. Why are you cussing right there? All right. Megan Thee Stallion paid Future $250,000 cash for his feature on Pressure Listens. Is Future that cold?
Yes. Future got more. Listen, Future got more albums downloaded and sold than Drake.
Really?
Yes.
I'm so behind. I'm gonna
put up the link for the RIAA that came through. Yes, he does. It's like 90-something million. It's stupid.
Wow.
Now Future is the one that got the baby, the Sierra's baby mama, right?
Yeah.
Let me come in here because what we not about to do is bash Sierra.
Oh no, definitely.
Ain't nobody. First of all, ain't nobody
She's
thinking
being
about
quick like the beehive.
Sierra hit the jackpot twice.
Yes,
like Sierra got the football player and Future. Can we say this? Just is Sierra's vagina wonderful?
Oh gosh.
Maybe her goodies are that good. I don't know.
Maybe her goodies brings all the boys to the yard.
That's Khalid. That's Khalid, right?
But it still works.
I've been calling that girl Kellis for 3 weeks. Who the hell is Khalid? Okay, Rob Love. We might be the same age, but you younger than me. It's Future. Is Future that dude?
He must be. I mean, I think I ain't gonna hate on nobody getting their bread. So I mean, I'm happy she giving it up. I mean, I'm sure they gonna get it back some kind of way. So
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Get it back.
Yeah, she probably gonna do a feature for him too. You know what I mean?
And it's gonna all balance out.
It's gonna balance out.
I found out. I went on a trip with my daughters. I found out I like Meg Thee Stallion. Matter of fact, this is what I found out. Rodney Perry is a bad bitch.
You are not a bad bitch, Rodney.
I'm a bad bitch.
He can identify as a bad bitch, Candace. He can.
See, Rob, that's why we.
I want to be a part of this.
Oh, you shut your mouth.
I don't want to be a part of this.
Let me tell you something, Cole. when your daughter gets a little older and start listening to all this bad bitch music, and you gonna be in the club like,
Act up, city girl. You a city girl too?
act up. And they so violent. They violent little girls.
Yeah. It's scary.
It's
That's
really,
real life.
I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, "You a bad bitch."
No.
Never motivated.
2022, you can identify. You can identify as what you want to in 2022.
I'd rather be a white man.
And I told my daughter, my daughter's is like super.
You heard Cole?
What'd you say?
I'm identified as a white man.
Well, white men all want to be women, so it's a
Don't balance out.
It's a vicious circle. I'd rather be a bad bitch than a white man that turns into a woman.
This conversation is starting our money's off loose.
It's a bad day already. Gotham and Heifers are in the building. I see you, Lavinia. They say Rob from M-Town. That's right, Rob Love from Memphis in the building, rocking with us today. Michelle, I see you. And man, I'm excited about the show. Okay, let's look at some more of these. I didn't know God dog Future was that important. Like, is he the future? Deshaun Watson.
You still getting it.
Deshaun Watson issues an apology to the women he has impacted after being accused of sexual misconduct. Yeah. Like, he hadn't apologized yet.
Okay.
I mean, they kind of forced his hand, didn't they, Cole?
Yeah, I heard he got him a care package with different oils and lotions as well, as far as the apology goes.
Is that right?
So, I don't know.
Oh, that's crazy.
Apropos. But I mean, he paid money too. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather give me a check than an apology.
No doubt. I talked to one of my football buddies last night, and he said he never had more than 3 masseuses his whole career. And he said, actually, Rod, to be honest, he said I had male masseuses. He wasn't. I mean, and that on nothing. It wasn't. He said men can kind of give him more of a massage than a woman, and so he kind of spoke to that for me, and I was like, okay, I hadn't looked at it that way, but to have 20-something masseuses is kind of unheard of.
Maybe he's a hand guy.
He was loose.
Or
they was coming for him though. I think the league was really coming for him, and I guess he was coming for them, but that's not the point. The point is that he apologized, which you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Pay that little money, which you got to do. But I don't think they need to force that, extend that suspension. He didn't play last year either. You know what I mean? Just go let him.
I completely agree, Rob Love, man, and especially with the idea of them coming for him. That owner out there in Houston,
that's it.
He from day one, man. This is kind of fabricated. And how about this? When you start looking at numbers, people just assume that you're the guy that's the problem. When you look at 20, 30 women, come on, dude.
But you can pay somebody to step up, though. You can pay somebody to step up.
You can pay me?
Say whatever.
I know the talking points. I might have rubbed the guy one day,
So what happens with the season? Does he play or no?
Well, right they brought in an independent arbitrator.
Yeah,
they brought in an independent lady. She gave him 6 game suspension. The league doubled back and go no, we don't agree with that. We're gonna appeal it. So that implies that it could be more.
Yeah,
not less at all. So we'll see, man. But I mean, I guess it helps that he's apologizing because the NFL is always going to err on the side of caution when it comes to the fan. But it ain't
when it comes to the black man, that's what they're gonna err on the side of. I don't remember Ben Roethlisberger them coming out and they was talking about rape. You feel what I'm saying? So they gonna come for the black man on a mass level. You know what I mean?
Now, did y'all see what Ben Roethlisberger said? Something, or was that a joke?
No, he actually had a rape charge.
No, I heard he said something like it's atrocious what Watson did or something like that. Was that real?
I don't know how he could have spoke on it, but I don't know nothing about that.
That's crazy. If he spoke, he should just zip his lip.
Go sit and take several seats.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So is Deshaun Watson like that good that they would make like an example out of him, like they did Mike Vick? Like really,
well,
like
they offered him $200 million to go to the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, he got the money. It's guaranteed.
Guaranteed. He got the first guaranteed contract. He got the first guaranteed all the way through.
That's his money the rest of his life.
Right. That's when you knew. That's to me when you knew that it was a botch game, that Houston was coming for him as a human being versus, because you don't give somebody with a choppy history a guaranteed $250 million. You don't do
that guarantee is contingent on he suit up one day.
Wow.
Got to suit up one day.
Did the preseason count? Because he did the preseason game. Preseason don't count.
Oh, I didn't know about that. Wow, that's
Cole, you up on it, brother. Cole, you up on the inside.
You tell somebody you're gonna give them $200 million if they play or not. I need to see what's about. I'm trying to get these type of checks.
Rest in peace to young comedian Teddy Ray. Yeah. Man, really, really nice kid, man. Good guy, very funny, and 32 years old. He packs it in, man. God bless you and your family. I'm sorry.
Do you know what happened?
He did.
That's the first thing a black person gonna ask. What happened? It's over with.
We just had this conversation. Like, do you ask what happened? What happened? Like when somebody say they passed?
Well, that's not a bad question. Not a bad question. I was told that he was found in a pool. So I don't know if it was drugs involved. I'm pretty sure there hasn't been an autopsy yet. But he was carrying a lot of weight, from what I understand. So that in itself could be hypertension, diabetes. It could be heart. It could be.
Before we dwell on what it could have been, let's celebrate his life, man. He was a great human being, super cool. I just worked with him at the beginning of at the end of last year. Real funny, down to earth, man. Positive dude. So, man, much love to him and his family, man. Brent Teller, his running mate.
If you ever heard that sound on Instagram or TikTok, what he talk about, booty all caked up,
double cheeked up,
double cheeked up. That's him.
Yeah.
And so, it's crazy. I was on Twitter and they was like, "Is it me or why don't I know this guy?" And I'm like, "Does it matter if you know him? He's passed, man. Pay your respects and get the fuck out of here."
That's it.
Wow. So, shouts out to Teddy Ray, man. Beautiful guy, man. One of my friends passed away. Actress Denise Dowles. See if you can find a picture of Denise Dowles, Candy. Denise Dowles passed away at the age of 64 following a battle with meningitis. Goodness gracious. What do meningitis do? Anybody know?
I thought that was something when you don't brush your teeth that well.
I don't know if that's true.
Meningitis, no.
I think it does. Like, I don't know exactly what it does. I have to look into it, but I do know that with these kids, like college campuses, like that goes really spreads through those college campuses and stuff like that.
Meningitis?
Yeah.
So it's inflammation of a part of your head. It's called the meninges.
Wow.
It's caused by viral or bacterial infection.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
This dual screen work. I'm like,
I see you on top of it.
Be careful, Candy. I got 2 screens.
I do too. I just don't be using them. But I do have a picture of her. Hold on, let me share it.
Yeah, man. She and I've been friends with this lady many years. Not gingivitis, Hopgood.
That's what Cole was
talking
talking about.
in the second hour, talking about financial literacy and stuff like that. So you got a picture, Kenny? It's Denise Dowles. Rest in peace, man. Such a great lady. She's been on a number of shows throughout the years, and she used to date a big time comedian.
Cool.
I don't know if I can say.
Women love details.
I mean,
women want
you can't say it now.
I don't know if I should, man. It's none of my business.
He not dead.
He definitely not dead.
She did.
Put it in the chat. Just let me know. I want to know.
I don't know, kid. You might go get out of here, really?
I ain't gonna tell nobody.
Because if you say get out of here, really, anybody.
I'm not 100,000% sure. If the audience asks me enough, I may be persuaded to say it.
Come on, I forgot to pick y'all name.
Put spill the tea in the comments. Put spill the tea in the comments if you want Rodney to tell us.
Right.
Spill the tea. I like that. Spill the tea.
Spill the tea in the comments.
Spill the tea. Love it. Okay. Did y'all see this over the weekend? R. Kelly had a young lady say, hey, she pregnant. Joycelyn Savage claims that Kelly pregnant. I'm trying to figure out. Now, I heard the man is blessed, but is he shooting through the bars?
That's awesome. If he could do it, that's amazing. First of
all,
he
got conjugals with he got a conjugals with a infant.
You got to be conjugals all married though, right? Have to be.
Well, and she got to come with her parents, right? She got to come with her parents. She can't sign that book by herself.
The girl is of age now.
She's of age now, Rob.
Oh,
stop right there. Who she got to come with?
She got to come with her parents. They got to sign the books for her. Hand her over to her.
Oh no! Rodney, we got people wanting to know who this person is.
I see two people. That ain't enough.
It's been about
9 on live represent. I see
you go 7.
Hopgood don't count. 901.
How you gonna dismiss people at the same time?
I got rules.
Look.
All right, let's go through a couple more stories. See how I feel after that. All right. Sammy reflects on going broke before recent success with his music. I don't know. Is he talking about the verses?
Well, no. So Sammy was part of the Millennial Tour, which was a big tour for the B2K, the Pretty Ricky, Mario, Lloyd. They was all on the tour. And now he's part of a super group with Ray J,
right? We talked
Bobby
about
Valentino and Pleasure P.
And they call it
RSVP.
Based on the lead of their names.
First
of all, Sammy is dope. Sammy can sing.
He can sing.
Sammy can sing.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited for him. But it's crazy because you don't know people are struggling, man. He said that it took him 2,555 days before I saw my breakthrough. Blessings to you, Sammy, man. God bless you, young man. And I hope he can keep it together, man.
Yeah, you definitely don't know what people going through.
Yeah, man. Old Sammy. Sammy got a strong beard, but his face look young around it.
Yeah.
He got a loyal following too. I know some real still diehard Sammy fans. They'll
one Sammy
song that don't like the way
you don't say he don't know one.
That's it. I'm sold right there. That's the only one I got.
That's all you need though. If you can live off one hit.
Yeah.
You can't live off one joke, but you can live off one hit.
Which is crazy, right?
Well, it take more work, I guess.
Yeah. You actually could live off one joke if you had.
Say Robin Harris been iconized off of Baby Kids.
Just 2, baby.
He had a whole movie and everything.
3 people shot and injured at Six Flags Great America in Illinois. Goodness gracious, man. Hey guys, tell me this, man. My guest host, Rob Love, Cole Parker, Candace is in the building. Is it guns or is it the people?
Both.
I think it's people without training.
Okay. Break that down, Coley P.
I don't think that you should be able to carry guns until you taking a class to be certified in like a driving test. It should be like a gun test, Is your vision good? You know what I'm saying? Somebody say I look like Q-Tip. I don't look like no damn Q-Tip, but if you're mad at him, I don't want to take his bullet either. You know what I'm saying? At all. So I think it should be like a vision test. It should be like a mental health test. It should be stages to get the license, and it has to be renewed. That's just my personal thing,
It seems like the gun lobby, they don't want that for whatever reason, and they want people to just be able to walk into the store and buy a gun. I'm like, I don't know about that, dude. And we talking about semi-automatic and automatic weapons. I mean, Rob Love, man, what's your thoughts, bro?
I don't care about the purchasing a gun so much, but the open carry law where people can carry them wherever they going. You know what I mean? Like I'm with Cole. I feel like we definitely got to have the mental check first. Let's see how quick your temper is. Let's see, do you have road rage? Because these type people just lose it in a snap, man. You know what I'm saying? That gun could be a reason why people not here no more. You know what I mean? So I feel like it definitely needs to be the mental check. And I'm not a fan of just carrying them anywhere. Like if you pop up somewhere with a gun, nah, bro, we already got security. You can go home or put that in the car.
Right.
Yeah.
I just feel like the majority of the people that's doing stuff like this, like killing people at Six Flags, holding people up, they're not licensed gun owners. They're like getting these guns off the street. So there are just too many guns out here that people have access to that aren't licensed, that aren't, concealed.
And how about this? If you got a handgun, you probably gonna miss.
Right, unless
if you ain't cold with a handgun, and you got proximity on your whoever you shooting at, you probably. But for your home, I like having a shotgun. If somebody go past, clack clack, they supposed to get their ass shot.
That's on them.
It's harder to miss.
Oh yeah,
and it's less lethal.
Look, man. Matter of fact, I got a new idea. Just give me the clack clack. I can put the sound on my phone, hook it to some speakers, and clack your ass all day.
They might have a gun. Then you're definitely gonna be shot.
Right.
Look, I remember when they used to put it in the trunk. All the guns was in the trunk. Like that'll give you a time to run. You can calm down. Like let's make sure all the guns back in the trunk. Up under your tire or something. Let's go. Well, you got time to calm down. You got to go get that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, y'all. The name of the show is Rodney Perry Live. I am Rodney Perry. My co-host for today, Cole D. Parker, Rob Love Funny, David. Take them glasses off, okay?
David trying to read and see at the same time.
Take them glasses off. Hey, y'all. When we come back, I get to talk to arguably maybe the hottest comic on the planet right now. Ladies and gentlemen, David Arnold pops in with us in a few minutes. Let's take a break, Ken. We come back. More show, and my buddy is coming on.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Want your book or music to be published? Skip the confusion and rejections from others. Let bepublished.org publish and promote your work for less. Bepublished.org handles it all, from cover design to worldwide distribution, with high quality and fast turnaround. You even keep rights and royalties.
Everything was perfect. You made my dream come true. My book and CD look so good.
Call 972-880-8316 now. Bepublished.org. 972-880-8316.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. It always does my heart good to see this young man. He's currently killing the damn game. Okay? Whether it's Fat Ballerina or It Ain't For The Weak, or if he's trying to pace his damn self. Whatever he's doing is turning to gold. He's the executive producer over at Lele, little girl Lele. What's the name of the show? I don't know. He'll tell me. He's a writer, producer, director, all-around funny guy. Welcome to the show, Mr. David A. Arnold. What's up, Dave?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Did you say arguably the funniest guy doing? What'd you say?
I mean, you're arguably the hottest guy on the planet right now, including Dave Chappelle, including Kevin Hart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're in some rare air, Dave. Does it feel different?
You know what it feels like? It feels like it's about time. That's what it honestly feels like.
Right.
Like, me and you've been friends for 20 years, and we have been talking about this for a long time and working very hard to be in a certain space. So when people ask me, how does it feel to like finally people, and I'm like, it feels like it's about time, because I know I put in a lot of work to make this, to make this little bit of acknowledgement that I'm getting right now happen. So I don't know, man. It feels good. It feels good to know you somewhere where you but when you feel like you belong and you can sustain it. I think that's the
Right.
best thing. That's
Exactly.
the
It's not a
that's the
flash in the
part.
pan. It's not a flash in the pan.
People who have seen my last 2 Netflix specials, Fat Ballerina and Ain't for the Week, don't even realize that I got 2 more hours in me that I have not. I'm not talking about, hey, who's from Cleveland? You know what I mean? I ain't talking about I'm talking about material. You know,
Right.
remember when you used to get mad at me when we was at the comedy union? You'd be like, David, you'll scrap a whole 20-minute set. You'll be doing 20 that's killing and then just throw it away. And I was always like, I'm not throwing it away. It's once it's done, and I put it away, and then I start working on another 20. And I've been doing that under the radar for 25 years.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, think about all the nice, like, just like it's bits that you have that I've seen on your specials that people ain't seen.
Right.
And I'm not talking
the
about
masses haven't seen, yeah.
that's what I mean. Unless you're an avid Rodney Perry fan and you've been following Rodney since hosting Comedy Union on Friday nights back in LA, like from the beginning, you're not gonna know a lot of the stuff, a lot of the fire that you have. I'm the same way. It's stuff that, you know, people they ain't even seen yet. Like you said, Pace Yourself is a whole new tour I'm doing since the special dropped.
Here's a good question. Here's a good question, David. When did your eyes go bad?
Huh?
When did your eyes go bad?
My eyes is perfect.
Is that right?
I see you perfectly. You know what it is? You know, this is what it is. I'm on the phone instead of my laptop. So the box on here is really small. So I really can't see nothing. If I was on my laptop, exactly, I'm like, is this thing, can you see me? So these are my somebody is standing in front of me.
Dude, it's been a pleasure to watch your friend go from here to here. What do you attribute your current success to?
Me and working and grinding.
Like I want to thank me.
I want to because you know what, man? It's so crazy that I'm here at Martha's Vineyard right now, right? And I'm getting ready to do this comedy festival all this week. And you know, this is where all the black people, the affluent black people come. And I've never been here. You know, Julie and I are here and I've never been here. And to walk down the street every 5 steps to get stopped by everybody. Man, this special. Man, this, you know, it feels good because I know I've done the work. Right. That's like literally, and you know what's great about it too? You can accept all the accolades and you can hear them and receive them, but it does not affect my ego, like zero.
But you say the work, man, for the young comic that'll see this. What do you mean? What is the work?
The work is everything that makes you uncomfortable about anything that makes you uncomfortable being on stage. Oh, I don't like performing in front of all white people. Oh, I don't like performing in front of all black people. Oh, this crowd. Oh, I don't like talking about this, or I don't really like hosting, or I don't really like closing, or who's going up in front of me, who's going up, like all that shit. None of that can be a thought in your head. You got to work every single day. If you want to be a comedian, you got to be able to exist in all spaces at all times, no matter what, black, white, rich, poor, old, young, all those are different demographics. And I was very good at when I had a set that was working, I would take it and run it in front of everybody. Comedians, you know, it's too many comedians. Man, I'm closing. I'm a headliner. Are you? Or can you just talk for 30 minutes? 20 minutes ain't stand-up comedy. Hour and 20 minutes is stand-up comedy. That's a performance.
I might push back a little bit. Anything over 55 minutes, you just like to hear yourself talk.
Over 50? Okay, let's do that. Let's say an hour.
Right at 60, yeah.
But here's the thing about 60 minutes. So just let me tell the people this. When you go to film a special, you need to be on that stage for an hour and 15 minutes minimum, because you're going to cut some of this shit out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you're doing 55,
overshoot your mark.
Right. Every special that I have, I've cut 20 minutes out of it. Every one. And it wasn't because it wasn't good. It was just like when you got to get it down to an hour. So there's jokes that, bits that just don't make it. You know what I mean? And still, even though I've moved on, I haven't put some of that stuff in my next hour that I'm doing now. You know what I mean? That's why I say an hour and 20, because you gotta have that. Yeah, you gotta have that in the holster. And I ain't talking about crowd work. I'm talking about straight bow, bow, bow. You know what I mean? So that's the work that these, comedians got to do. It's work, man. You know how we've been doing stand-up long enough that you get on stage 3 minutes, I can tell you exactly how long you've been doing stand-up. I know exactly how long you've been doing stand-up.
Wow. Hey, man, dude, it's a pleasure to watch. You told me recently you got on stage and you felt the energy more than before. Now, we've had that conversation before at different junctures, but it's bigger now. Is it the new special?
Yeah, it's definitely, it ain't for the weak. It's new. The Netflix special is doing really well.
They're helping you this time too.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, Netflix is promoting. That Ballerina was not a Netflix original. It was an acquired project. It was an independent of mine that I financed, directed, edited, put up, and did it all myself. And that one broke the top 10 and did really well. But this one has been promoted by Netflix and Live Nation, who is doing my tour and stuff. So of course, it's on platforms that ain't never been on before, and it's getting seen by people that ain't never been seen, that has never seen it. So yeah, man, when I walked out on stage. I think I was in Charlotte last week or 2 weeks ago, and since that was the first performance I've done since the special, and that explosion of like when you come to the stage, I've been doing this for 28 years. I've never felt that. And I was blown away by it. And then you told me this. I remember when I was in Atlanta preparing to do It Ain't for the Week. And remember at the end of the shows, I would get standing ovations. And I would be like, all right, thanks, and leave. Because I didn't want to stand there you said you got to stand in it and you got to let those people celebrate you. And it was very uncomfortable for me to do that. Very uncomfortable for me to just stand there and be like, yes, clap for me. Clap.
I am the shit. Yes, it's me.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Jesus. Yeah.
Exactly. And it just feels weird. But when you told me when you framed it like that, it makes sense. It's like, Dave, you robbing these people of their moment to thank you for the work you've done. Wow. And I'm better at standing there. Even when I go out now, I stand there for a second and I take that reception, because
I've seen Monique get that shit for 20 minutes on the walkout.
It's insane.
Crazy.
It's insane, but it feels good for people to love the special and know right now that I'm about to walk out on stage. And a lot of them have said it to me after the show during meet and greets. I just knew we was going to hear some of your other material, because I'm doing a whole new hour and 15 minutes now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, this is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. We're talking to David A. Arnold. If you leave out the A, you're going to get a white man.
You go get the white man that does the soundtracks for James.
The white man got to explain his shit nowadays. He got to go, don't put no A in it.
It's so funny. He's a huge soundtrack composer for James Bond and all the movies. Yeah. And literally, he hit me one time and we laughed about the fact that, I said I didn't know I composed soundtracks. And he said I didn't know I was a funny black dude. Right? And
Love it.
So it was funny.
Let's do this, David. Let's take a break. We come back. I'm coming clean, y'all. I'm coming clean. I've never told David Arnold this thing. I'm about to tell him after this break, and we're gonna bring my co-host in to ask the question.
No.
Coming clean. Take a break, Candace, so I get my mind together.
SM Marketing Communications is not only a marketing communications company. They also provide web content management, social media marketing, video and audio production, advertising, not-for-profit marketing management, and community outreach and engagement. Want to learn more about SM Marketing Communications? Call area code 314-339-7662. That's 314-339-7662. That's SM Marketing Communication.
Do you love sports? Then you should know about STEM. because maximizing nutrition, analyzing peak muscle performance, calculating the perfect shot, and more are all made possible by science, technology, engineering, and math. In fact, there are more careers than ever in sports science. So if you have a passion for sports, then think about getting involved in STEM and improve everyone's game on and off the field. Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
We are back. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuning in to Rodney Perry Live. We're talking to the great David A. Arnold.
Okay, Rodney.
I'm sad to say this, David. I really am.
Oh, God.
But for like, and this is way before both specials.
Okay.
We've been talking about this for many years, about one of us not jumping the gate before the other. But nigga, I looked up, Dave, and your ass was this high over the gate. And I'm like, this nigga just jumped, cleared the gate. He's actually flying. And no bullshit, dude, for like, nigga, 10 minutes, I was jealous. Nigga, a whole 10 minutes. I was like, motherfucking Dave gone. Motherfucking Kevin dumbass and left me. I'm back here in the hood, nigga. I'm at the projects. Me and JJ from Good Times is over here. But you know what? More than that feeling, it's a feeling of pride, you know, because you also made it more attainable. The success, the thing that we're shooting for is like when your guy that was next to you get it, it's like, oh shit, I really can't achieve it. And like I got a new t-shirt and I have a dream bigger. And I had to question myself. Like, is your dream big enough? Is your dream, is your idea big enough? And one thing I always credit you for is dreaming bigger than most people. And so thank you for who you are and your ability to dream huge, man. Producer, director, all of that stuff. That's amazing.
Let me say something about that. First of all, I think that is dope that you even say that, because in my mind, like when I came to do the Atlanta Comedy Theater, I was so nervous to ask you to come be on the show with me. And I didn't want to use the words open for me because I feel like you are, people who get a chance to watch you perform are in for a treat. You've always been, like, every interview I've ever done, people go, who's your favorite comedians? You know, and I'm fire off the Richard Pryors and the Bill Cosbys and the people that, like, Jerry Seinfeld. Those are always consistently my three people that I mention, right? And then I go, but then I can mention people that you guys may or may not know that I think is just some of the best comedians that I've ever seen. And your name is always one of the first names that I fire off, because like, it's so funny that you talk about you having a moment of envy and jealousy which is a natural thing for all of us to feel, because it's okay to feel that if you feel that and that emotion fuels you to do other shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of blaming and being mad, but if that envy fuels you to go, oh, I'm about to go, then that's okay. When you hosted the Comedy Union, you were on Friday nights. Me and Joey Wells split Saturday night. Joey did a show Saturday. We did 2 shows Saturday. You did 2 shows on Friday. We had 2 shows on Saturday. Joey did 1. I did 1. I ain't like that. I didn't think, I was like, well, I got to share a night, but Rodney got his own. Like, we all have been in places where the other person is at what I consider a healthy competition to make you want to work harder. When we did what was it? This is so funny that you said this, because we did the Bay Area Comedy Competition together. This was 2004. Yes, this nigga, you know, let me tell you.
We didn't do it together. We didn't do it together.
Rodney Perry, let me explain to you what happened.
We did not do the competition together. I did it like 2 years before you.
No. Let me explain, because I'm telling you right now, I will never forget this. It was 2004. I think it was the year you won.
I didn't win in 2004.
Okay, whatever.
It was just much later.
Listen to me. We was on this thing together. Right, okay. Rodney, listen to me. We was doing the comedy competition together. We had these little, you make a round, make another round. Then we got to like the last round before the finals. And when I tell you, me and you made it, I made it, you made it, I made it. It was the next step, right? The last step. And when I tell you I didn't make it, and they called your name, and when I tell you, you hit me with a smooth elbow in the back as you was running up to that stage, I went, and I said, wait a minute, we was two peas in a pod. Up until they called your name, and I sat there, and this nigga put his elbow in my back to get on this. And you went on to win the competition eventually. You won the Bay Area comedy competition. I was jealous. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I did. 2 years later, I took second. Yeah. I lost to D. Militon. And that was the best that I ever did.
That was 2004. That was I won in like 2002.
I took second in 2005.
Right. Well, 4 or 5, yeah.
Yes, I took it in 5 because I got the little plaque sitting in my office. I blame that on Chris Spencer. Yes,
it's his fault
because he told me to do a joke that I shouldn't have done. I hadn't done the whole competition. Threw it in there because Chris said, and that was that one joke that got complete silence.
Nothing.
And it was one of the things.
Damn you, Chris.
That's exactly what I did in the middle of me performing it. I died, nothing. But so I want you to know that I respect you. While you say I felt this thing, I felt that thing from you so many times. You have been my pain. You've always been right. You've been, when I met you, you was in the big room at the Ice House, opening up for George Lopez. And I was in the small room at the Ice House, closing the shows. Like, we've always been right next to each other. And this ain't gonna be no different. It's the same thing.
And we are still working together. October 1st, right here in Atlanta, Georgia, man. I couldn't be prouder, dude. I swear to God, Dave. The only reason I said what I said is I want you to know that feeling is not there. And I'm proud, dude, like to call you my friend and to watch the success. And,
thank you, man.
And I'm gonna bring my co-host in, but
October 1st.
I want to also add what you have done.
1st?
Huh?
What's happening October 1st? You started and you didn't finish it.
Oh, well, hold on, David. I'm running some shit. I'm doing some shit. October 1st, at the Buckhead Theater, David Arnold headlining, he's pacing himself because he may fuck this up. Okay. I tell David, please don't fuck this up. Please. But I'm super excited about that. And
Rodney's gonna be performing with me at the show. So please,
yeah, man.
If you don't like me, come see Rodney.
I'm gonna sneak on as many dates as I can with the great David Arnold. I cannot wait, man. And still just knock down, drag out funny. And how about this? It's always been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like what the world is seeing is brand new. I'm like, this motherfucker been funny.
And been doing some of these jokes that that grandfather bit that everybody's talking about from my special. I did that joke at the Comedy Union 15 years ago.
Easily. And I got shit in my bag that y'all always like, nigga, when you gonna do that shit again?
Exactly. When it's time, I'm gonna do it. Exactly.
Joining us, Cole Parker, Rob Love.
What up, Cole? What up, Rob?
What up, David A. Arnold?
What up, David?
David A. Arnold, man. Candace Okoye is in the building as well.
Hey, what's up?
Rob Love, you got anything for Dave, man?
I definitely do, man. It was a dope to hearing y'all conversation, man. Healthy competition, I think that's important. In the comedy frat, as I call it, you know what I mean? Just having people that push you to be more successful or push you to go harder. Dave, my question is, so in those moments where you felt like you should be further along than you were, What is your advice for people who feel like that they aren't at their where they should be kind of situation?
My advice for people who feel that is to use that to fuel you to do something. Because man, there's been many a times when I felt like I wasn't, like you said, I wasn't where I'm supposed to be. Here's the thing, it's always gonna be something. You ain't gonna never get to a place where you just go, all right. Like even now I'm getting ready, I'm out, we're developing a TV show for myself, right? It's a family show, dad, married with what my stand-up is, what my stand-up has always been.
Yeah.
Now they're talking about the landscape in Hollywood is all work. They all want workplace comedies because of Abbott Elementary. They ain't really buying family stuff. It's always something.
Yeah.
So you just get a mindset to go, I'm going to keep doing work. When they say that, I go, well, you know what I can do? I can work on this until that becomes, you know what I mean? Until that becomes a reality or whatever. My stand-up, writing, all the producing, all the stuff that other skill sets that I've developed over the years. It's always going to be something. If you feel like you ain't supposed to be where you're supposed to be, what happens is when you get where you want to be, you're going to look back at the times when you thought you should be there and going to realize I wasn't ready to be there.
Wow.
That's the part. Like, that's why I was telling Rodney, being here, people knowing me in pictures, and can I get all that stuff that's happening now. It's great because you work really hard for people to know who you are and what you do, but it don't fuel my ego and move me like that. I'm too old now to believe. I've seen too many people get less than this and lose their mind, especially us black people. We'll get a little bit of something and think, and next thing you know, this nigga got sunglasses on at night inside a restaurant. It's like, nigga, I need you to take these glasses off. Did you not? I did
have a sunglass phase. You had to blow me up like that day.
So it's just, everything happened when it's supposed to happen, but you just got to know it's work. It's real work to get.
Cole Parker, what you got for Dave, man?
Well, first of all, I've had the pleasure of kicking it with Dave a few times. So,
my man.
That's it. But, man, I love seeing your success, man. I love the blow up, man. Rodney being a good friend of mine, I get like front row seat with a lot of shit, which makes it cool. I love during the pandemic how you carried us through with your family. Dude, it was some funny shit, man.
Thank you, man.
Excellent timing. That was excellent timing, bro. I'm glad it gave you a place for personality and personality, and how even your family supported you through it, even reluctantly, But I feel like I know Julie and the girls now. You know what I mean? But it's a great day, man. Like I said, congratulations on everything, brother.
It's so funny. We're in Martha's Vineyard right now, and there Union Street, I think is the name of it. And we were is it what, Julie? Circuit Street. And we were which is where everybody is. It's just packed, right?
Right.
And me and Julie walking down the street. When I tell you, people rolled down the window no less than a few times, yelling, "Julie!" Not David.
No, they didn't.
Right.
Rodney, when I tell you they yelling Julie
is hot.
Julie is, let me tell you something. They don't give a
Julie was famous before both of us. Julie was famous.
It's unbelievable. So you're right. It's something to watch, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Candace, you got anything for Dave?
Yeah, Dave, how do you feel about like balance? Talk about balance and like how you balance like your family versus work. And
you don't.
I'm leaving again.
Bye.
Right. It's so, you know what? It's so funny you said that because you sound just like my wife. That because like she literally like, balance is important, Dave, because I'm work. And I will say this. In the last few months, I got to a place where I was like, I have to stop and enjoy the stuff that I'm doing because I think it happens the older you get too. You can only buy so much stuff. You can only have so many things. You can only go so many places. It's like my daughters are 15 and 17. They at the cusp of moving on into their next, So I've made a conscious effort now to take time out. Like I've been living in my house 15 years. I'm sure I've been in my swimming pool and my jacuzzi 5 times.
Really?
Because I work. Yes. Because now I'm like, I'm gonna go get in the jacuzzi. I'm gonna go get in my pool. I'm gonna go just go sit down somewhere. I'm gonna go like me and Julie. Like we rented this house here in Martha's Vineyard. I'm literally sitting right on the water. The big yachts are outside the window right here, and I'm trying to take in some of the stuff that I've worked so hard, and it's a conscious effort. The answer is it's an effort for me because I just naturally pick up my computer and start writing. I naturally start thinking about something that I naturally want to shoot a video. That's my muscle memory. So I've had to make a decision to not do that and go. See, I hate the name drop, but I'm going to do it one time because this is right. So last night, Chris Spencer I'm here. Chris Spencer is here. Chris is the mayor of Hollywood.
Chris knows everybody.
Chris knows everybody. So Chris hit me like, "Hey man, let's go grab something. We're going over to Don Cheadle's house to eat. You want to go?" So we go over to Don Cheadle's house because he got a house that he's renting over here. And we were all sitting at the table.
I'm a huge fan of Don Cheadle. I was at a party with him and was afraid to talk to him.
Really, John, he's so funny and he's such a real dude, right? And we all sit around talking. And one of the things that he was talking about was work, and balance, like you said. And he said, you get to a point where you go, how much money do you need? How many things can you buy? You can't get but so rich and so famous. At some point, you hit a glass ceiling with all of it. Right. And you got to go, this is what this is what you want to do is sit in here with everybody talking.
Yeah,
exactly. So you realize, at some point, you chase, but then when you go sit down and enjoy it,
appreciate what you work for. Yeah.
Appreciate what you work, which I've never been good at doing. That's why I bought that car last week because I ain't never.
That car was hot. I would tell you. I saw you bought that car.
I see your shirt matches your car, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you're doing now.
Right, I'm matching all my clothes with my cars. That's the new thing. I ain't never had a new car my whole life.
Wow.
And you know what? The highlight of the video when Julie was like, "You deserve it."
Yeah.
And that was such a great moment, man. And you share those moments with your fans, which I think that transparency is what people are locked into.
Right.
Talk to me about the decision to put your family at the end of It Ain't for the Week.
When I was out on tour working out this special, I go to the gym and I run a lot and I work out and stuff. And I was running one day and I was just thinking about the show, I was like, I see it in my head. And it was just, I don't know where it came from. I know that a big part of my fan base is social media. Up until this moment, it's been that. And I knew that this special was going to get a platform that it had none of the other ones have had. And I knew this was going to be big. And I just thought, you know what nobody has ever done? Because comedians were very selfish. We want to do it. We did it all ourselves. We stand on that stage for however long we stand there and we do it all just us. Ain't no band, ain't no group. But it just made sense to me to show because I knew we were going to do a documentary as well, is how we sold it to Netflix as well. And I was like, why not bring out the people because my wife and my kids are the thing that brought a lot of attention. And I knew how popular Julie was, and I knew that they would react the way they are reacting. I knew that it would be a thing. So I was like, I want to bring my family out because nobody has ever done that. So I said, I want to do something that I know nobody has ever done in a special. And when I tell you that is one of the biggest things that I get response to from everybody that I meet is when you brought your family out, I was done. They were like, I was like, it's this hour of fire and comedy and real storytelling. And then you bring these people out that are, you know what I mean? And
they're the object of the show. They're part of the show. You talked about them, and now I get to have a picture. I tell you what, Dave, I'm not gonna hold you much longer, man. We're gonna go to the top of the hour. I got one last question for you.
All right, let's do it.
You're right there. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuning in to Rodney Perry Live. Yo, talking to David A. Arnold, man. Don't forget that goddamn, man.
Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
I'm tapping on your phone.
We are back. This is Rodney Perry. You tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. One of the few people that hangs up on me like I hang up on other people.
It's over.
It's over, Rodney. I can't take it no more. I feel you're distracted. When I tell you, my wife tells me that all the time. Like, what are you doing, nigga?
We be having we had the best conversations, and then they don't have no we have no wind down.
It ain't no wind down. It's just always like, I didn't. That last couple seconds, I didn't feel you. You wasn't there.
Yeah, exactly. We made it as far as we could today. Goodbye.
Oh yeah. Hey man, we've shared a lot of moments, man. A lot of tears, a lot of celebrations. Dude, I didn't even want to get into this, but one of these questions came from one of the audience members. I want to share with you. Question: what do you think about the state of comedy now, y'all, at the Chris Rock slap and Dave Chappelle getting bum rushed on stage? Is this something you ever think about?
Never think about that. I never think about it. I never, I'm sure if you do something long enough with the audience and stuff, I don't think about that. I don't know. I also feel like the audience that I'm attracting right now, the people that come to see me, and it'll change as it gets bigger. Right. But the people that come to see me got stuff to do tomorrow. You know what I mean? They got jobs. They got something to live for.
They going home.
They're going home. The people that I'm attracting right now, my audience is 35 to 55 right now. That's my audience right now. And I'm talking about grown people shit. And I don't attract a lot of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
me neither. I completely get it.
Yeah. I don't think about that. I really don't. I ain't worried about it. First of all, ain't nobody getting on stage if I see you coming. If I see you coming, you're not. I had one guy try to rush the stage in Richmond, Virginia at the Funny Bone 3 years ago. Never forget it. And he started talking shit, and he walked around to try to come up the stairs. And when he walked around, I walked towards them stairs to meet him at the steps. And I said, I'm not gonna let this dude get on level ground with me.
He can't.
So when he was on that second step, I hit his ass clean with the palm of my fist, clean square up and boom, right? When I tell you, and this nigga went flying back on that table, and I was genuinely angry because I've worked hard to earn this space on this stage. Yes. And you think you're going to just walk up here?
How about this? I don't like people putting their feet on my stage.
Don't do that. It's disrespectful.
Get your feet on my stage.
That's like coming to my house and putting your foot on my kitchen table. You put your feet up on my table. Are you out of your mind? That's because that's a lack of respect. That's a lack of respect for what we do. And especially when you're not, quote unquote, the celebrity they think you are. You know what I mean? Like when people try to heckle me, I go, you do this because you think you can go back and forth with me. But what you don't understand is I got an anger problem. And under this light skin and this curly hair is a nigga that will let your ass feel
the Incredible Hulk.
Man, and comedians, when we cut deep.
Yeah.
Like
that's why I don't do roast. I don't do roast because I always say the wrong thing.
I'm gonna lose a friendship. I'm gonna lose a friendship because I'm gonna find out the darkest shit I can about you and your mama, and I'm gonna say it.
Last question, Dave. Last question. And Cole kind of alluded to it earlier. Did you have a conversation with your family before you brought them into this virtual world?
Yeah, I said, don't fuck this up for me. No, you know what? You know what's so funny? I gotta be honest with you. My daughters, because they're big YouTube, kids they YouTube, and there's a lot of families on YouTube that do videos. My kids from the beginning, when we started this 3-4 years ago, they're like, we should have a reality show. I'm like, we could do some stuff right here. Julie was the last one. The kids were on board from the beginning, just because they had seen families on YouTube. Then they knew that those families were not as funny as we were. Right. And Julie was the one who was like, why are we doing this? This ain't funny. We not funny. And I was like, oh, I'm funny. You might not be funny, but I'm right. I said, don't nothing else.
Funny all day, every day. I'm funny.
I said, look at all this shit around here. Where do you think this come from? This come from funny, right?
This backdrop is funny.
That's funny. And so I think it was after she started seeing the comments and the feedback from the videos. We did that, which I drug her through. The back to school video, where that was one of the first videos.
That was one of the first ones that blew up.
That was the one that blew up. And when I tell you, her attitude through that whole shoot was bad. Like if I cut the frame, if you could see the raw footage of that video, one frame past where she cut out, her attitude and her face was bad. Complained the whole time. And when I tell you that thing,
not Julie, I don't believe that. I don't believe that Julie was
Rodney, I'm telling you right now, her attitude was bad. That whole shoot. And that thing blew up. And after that, she realized, oh, we on to something. And now everybody is, we just in it. It's natural. And it's not forced. It's us just being who we are. It's really who we are. Yeah.
Hey, man, such a great journey to watch. To watch you pace yourself.
That's the name of the new tour, man. DavidARnold.com for tickets. We got 20 cities, 15 between now and the end of the year. We got, I don't know how many between next. You hear the ships? I don't know how many we got between January and March, but we booking on. My TV show is called That Girl Lele on Nickelodeon. It's a show I created. It's on Nickelodeon and Netflix now. We just got picked up for another 26 episodes last week. So we're gonna be doing that through next year. I'm in the middle of filming a Christmas movie for Will Packer and Little Rail and Ludacris. So I'm very excited. I've never done anything like that before. I was like, I'm very excited.
Who you playing?
It. I'm playing Ludacris's father in a flashback in the 90s where I ruined Christmas for him as a little boy.
Than you.
Right, but this is like 1990, and he's thinking about when he was a little boy and his dad ruined Christmas, and I get in a fight with Santa Claus and knock him into the tree and burn out there.
Perfect casting.
Yes. Oh, this dude is an asshole. I'm not gonna lie to you. But real talk, Tim Story is the director. I've never worked on a real movie like that, and so. It's a small role, but I'm so thankful for it. I'm so excited to just be there. You know what I mean? And man, I'm really just trying to be in the moment and enjoy this, because this might be the biggest it ever gets. So I need to be thankful for where I'm at, man, and I am.
Hey, if it gets no bigger, then you'll be a bigger nigga.
That's right. I don't know how that sounded.
I don't know what that meant at all. Anyway,
you did good right up to that.
I was cooking, Anyway, hey man, thank you, David. Hey,
I love you, Rodney Perry.
Hey, you tell Julie I said hi. I know she right there.
She right there, right off camera. Right. She said, Rodney.
Junior.
She always. That's gonna be Julie's favorite joke every time.
Why she looking at him all the way on camera?
She said she looking at Junior.
Larry Tapp Jr.
Larry Tapp Jr. Tell Junior I said it's the funniest joke to this day.
Oh my God. All right, man. I love you, bro.
We love you.
Hey, thank you. Have a great day, man. That's David Arnold. I'm Rodney Perry, and this is Rodney Perry Live. And let's take a break. We come back, more show.
Peace.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Sean, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Sean. Yeah.
Hey, what the hell you doing, Candy? Hey, y'all, we are back in full effect. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry. Thank you to my friend David A. Arnold coming on the show today. Very dope. My co-host, Cole D. Parker, Rob Love Funny. Man, what was y'all takeaway? What's your thoughts?
Oh man, that was dope, man. I love seeing friendship on camera. You know, it's like it's so much authenticity in it that it makes it fucking amazing. You know, outside of the damn stories that y'all probably could have talked about for fucking hours. You know, it was still some dope ass shit right there just to even see that. And because you and I have a personal connection, I really know how authentic that is when you say certain things about seeing how your friend is on the stage right now. And when he said this may be the biggest it ever gets, that took me back. Like, shit, appreciate the fucking moment. That's really
appreciate the moment, man. And
that's my takeaway.
And regardless of where you are, appreciate that.
Appreciate because that may be it.
And that's one of the things that got me out of that funk I was in with Dave, right? Is that I was like, are you serious? Like, you got kids you put through college, you got kids in the military, you bought a home, you got cars, there's a lot of people who swap places with Rodney Perry. How dare you?
Right.
How dare you, sir?
Right.
And so that's the step back, man. And it's a blessing, man, to tell jokes for a living, regardless of what level. And we lost a great guy like Teddy Ray, man. And just for us to know that young man's name is remarkable. So, Rob Love, what's your thoughts, man?
That's what I took into account when I was thinking about Dave, and when I was listening to Dave, and he was talking about how, you know, he was appreciating where he was, and I was like, you know, because it might not get any bigger. I was like, Teddy Ray didn't know where he was going to finish at. You know what I'm saying? We don't know we're going to finish at. So it is about appreciating the moment, and I think that's a big takeaway because, you know, this comedy journey, you constantly trying to get better. I'm on stage 7 nights a week, constantly working, constantly writing, constantly thinking. You know, it is self-absorbed to some degree. I mean, you know, you do have to take time to appreciate those around you. You know what I mean? It was dope, Julie popping in, you know what I mean? Just to see that progress and growth. You know what I mean? I'm a big David Arnold fan, man. So much props, man. Dope conversation.
And that's my buddy, just like you and Reggie Jr. been right there. We was right there. And so to watch your homie, your real homie get success is unreal, man. And you know, and I try to make it my business to even reach out when I see you do something fly. You know, I call you like, "Yo, Rob, you own to something? That wave cap and that cigarette, you own to something."
And that's dope. That's why you deserve some flowers too, man. I just want to make sure, man, you one of the most down to earth, iconic human beings in my comedy career. Just because you do reach out, you do offer support, you do put us up on game, you know what I mean? And it ain't, you ain't selfish with it at all. So the fact that you even shared that you felt the way a little bit, you know what I mean? That just show your realness. But the thing is, that ain't the overpowering feeling. The overpowering feeling is joy and pride for your boy. And that's how I feel with my guy Harold King doing some big things. So just got to be proud of your people when they progress, man, because it's all going to come to you too.
Everybody's tough right there. So I tell Dave that I'm going to put your picture on the YouTube where people can see that you was on. He sent me this.
That's some light-skinned ass shit right there.
That's the Albie Shore pose, wasn't it? Was that Albie Shore pose?
Speaking of Albie Shore, let's send our prayers out to the Albie Shore family. He is currently ill. I just had a text yesterday, and he's battling some serious illness. So let's send a prayer toward the Albie Shore family. And this is not him.
Much love to Albie Shore, yeah. David said, "Put this picture up."
I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna do it. I might do it. It depends on how I feel. Anyway,
outfit.
Hey, I'm trying to get casted. I'll put it up. Let me put it up. Let me get cast in the movie.
I'm not gonna let you do it either. I'm not gonna let you do it. Hey, this weekend, Helium Comedy Club, Buffalo, New York. Terry King is in the chat. Terry's gonna be with me. I've never been to this club. I'm excited. I like going to new clubs because that means I get to motherfucker put my foot all the way in there.
That's it.
What's up, Alfreda? Yeah, what was about to say? Okay, so man love, man respect to the great David Arnold for popping on. Also, my co-hosts are in the building. Let's shift gears. My man, he's been chomping at the bit to get at y'all today. And this is a perfect group of people to deal with him. He's a financial consultant. He helps people rectify credit woes. He's a hat guy. I might have to go get a hat just because he's coming on. Ladies and gentlemen, we brought him on last week the week and a half ago to to holler at one of the girls. And he came in here and dropped some game on her too. I was impressed. Ladies and gentlemen, join the show, Mr. Hopgood.
Hey, what's going on, Rodney? Good morning, everybody.
What's going on?
We gotta get you a better light. Yo, I don't know what's going on over there.
Man, I guess my Barry White moment. Leave me alone.
Okay, none of my business. I'm gonna stand down. I stand corrected. Mr. Hopgood, did I call it correctly? A financial analyst?
Well, I like to call myself a credit restoration and life coach.
Okay.
You literally have to.
So what are we talking about today?
Well, it's a little. I was sitting there. And I'm always studying, so I was looking up some stuff, and I discovered something that was really alarming. Have you ever noticed, like on every corner, there's a Chinese restaurant or a nail shop or a hotel? And no disrespect to any minorities. Shout out to all the minorities that come over this country and make America great. But you always see it. And if you frequent them enough, you see different people running it, but you see the same establishment. Okay. Have you ever noticed that?
Absolutely.
Well, there's a law on the books that if you're an immigrant and you come over to the United States to open a business, you don't pay any taxes for 5 years.
Is that true?
Yes.
Wow.
Is that relative to what country you come from?
No. As long as you're a minority. I mean, as long as you're an immigrant.
Really?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Now, here go to Kappa. So let's say that me and you are brothers, Rodney, and the parents send me over to get the business established. I get it going. Then you fly over to help me. I transfer the business in your name, and the clock restarts.
5 more years.
And you can do that unlimited.
Wow.
So there is African Americans are in a virtual monopoly game. You know how you start out with Monopoly and you got some money and your whole goal is to get around there, get you some property, do you some traveling, and put some houses and hotels on property and pray to God you don't go to jail. We're literally in a cycle like that, but instead we don't start out with any money. We're pushed back. We're redlined. And a lot of these things that we don't even get the opportunity to be a part of. Okay. And that's why I come in at.
Okay, so what can we do? I mean, because you're not going to change that.
Absolutely.
Right.
But what can we do to at least even the playing field?
First and foremost, I stress this, we learn financial literacy. And sometimes when there's something that we don't know about, we tend to shun it away or we don't want to talk about it. When we learn financial literacy, learn about credit, and teach it to our children, now we're arming them with something that's better. It's a real legacy when we arm them. So we study up, get our credit in order, because then that causes us to be able to get better employment where we can make better wages, make better decisions with our money. If we want to be an entrepreneur, we can strike out, and we already got a foot in the door. There was a saying that if you want to hide something great from Black people, put it in a book.
Wow. So what's the book we need to read?
Well, you really Black people need to arm themselves with the Fair Credit Reporting Act, specifically Section 609, 608, 620, and 612.
Now that changes from year to year, doesn't it?
Sorry about that, y'all. No, it absolutely doesn't. They might change a little bit. They change the scoring methods. They don't change the Fair Credit Reporting Act. They change the scoring method itself.
Go ahead,
Rob.
Are there some strategies that we can use, like to help our kids, like giving them an LLC or doing different strategies to, I don't know, as far as maybe health insurance, life insurance, different strategies that we can put our kids ahead of the game.
Absolutely. If you have an 18-year-old that's in college dorms now, they usually make the 18-year-old pay a rent. You pay a fee to the university, and it comes up as an apartment. You can go to Rent Reporters or Rent Reporters, Boom app, either one of those apps, and you can add that dorm room to their credit, and it'll backdate from the day they moved in.
Oh wow! And it shows as a positive mark on your credit report.
Absolutely, it shows as a positive trade line, and the dollar amount. The majority of most people's rents anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000. That's a healthy dollar amount versus taking $500 out of the house that you can't afford, opening up a secure credit line that starts from that day you open it up.
Right.
This is something that you're already doing good.
That's dope, man. And how good? Give me this, dog. Like, I got kids in college, man. I don't know if I believe in higher education. What's your thoughts?
Man, it's funny you should say that. That's a touchy subject with me. Well, not touchy. I wasn't allowed to graduate from high school because of some stuff with my mother. Some people didn't like my mother, and I had a 31 on my ACT score. I literally, up until 2015, everything that I've accomplished, you don't know me, you haven't known me that long, but I've accomplished a great deal, started this business, did everything, virtually on a GED and some college. And I scored the highest score back in '88 that you could score, where they changed the scoring method. Mm-hmm. And then I went on, and as I'm teaching people, I went back and got my degree and graduated with honors. But the point to that is, it's all about arming yourself with education. You don't have to have the degree. Most jobs are $40,000, want you to go to school, spend $100,000 and make $40,000. The thing you have to do is you have to find your niche, find your level of genius, and maximize it to your best of your ability. And it all starts with understanding how the banking and the commerce system works. So you can be a college dropout or a GED recipient. I mean, Chris Rock makes a joke all the time. He had a GED, a good enough diploma. So,
hilarious. Cole, man, you're an entrepreneur as well, man. Talk to me about like your look into the future, man, with your children. How do you raise entrepreneurs?
Well, one thing that, like, for me, right, I have 5 children. So one thing I've learned is that I'm more of a coach than a parent, right? So I have to figure them out and figure out what their strengths are, what their desires are, what their interests are, and coach them through that path. Okay. So out of my children, I do have a couple of entrepreneurial thinkers, but I also have some 9-to-5ers, and I also have a military guy, right? All in my bunch of kids.
Yes.
One thing that we do in our household, though, we do a succession plan, which is very important to figure out what happens to the business in case one of our demise, right? So like you, Rodney, like your business is you.
Yeah.
You are your business. God forbid anything happened to you. What happens to the Rodney Perry brand of business, right?
Yeah.
So you have to have a succession plan for what that looks like and how that continues in some element, right? Because you yourself as a brand has value. As far as just to circle back on education and pretty much like college, yes, I don't think that as a person who went to college and a fraternity, all that stuff, I feel that the value is in the network. Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. the education you can get anywhere. You can get There's a lot of times you go to a job and tell you forget everything you know, start from right here, right? But the network is the value, and the network is is really what the investment is for, and how you utilize the network is really if your value in paying for secondary education makes sense or doesn't.
Got it.
So if you're very introverted, you're not really connected with people, you don't really care who knows what school you went to and all that stuff, you're not going to ever get your value. You know, you're never going to obtain the value of that network. If you're pretty much grounded, join a fraternity, join some organizations, join a sorority, start organizations, join like the financial club. You know, then you have a better chance of getting your ROI, getting your return on your investment of that college education just by the network that you build. You know, like you know me, Rodney. A lot of people I know, either I know from college, bros, or something of the sort, right?
Yeah,
and that all comes from that investment.
You know what I love about you too, Cole, is when people see you, they get happy.
Thank you.
Even if they hate you, they're like, "God damn it, Cole!" You know, I think, and to speak to you and how the different fraternities. One of my best friends, Joy Wells, was in a fraternity, and I got to watch him up close over the years. One thing you mentioned network. Everywhere we went, he had somebody.
Yes.
And as a guy that's kind of been alone a lot, that's valuable.
Oh,
you know, pick up the phone. And my frat brother over here, like, do you know this nigga? Not really, but you know, he about to help us.
Right.
You know, so I was like, nigga, that nigga, my frat brother too then.
I met a bro on a plane. Met him on a plane flying back to LA this years ago. He stayed with me for 3-4 days. He had nowhere to stay. He was trying to be an actor, had nowhere to stay, was like, I'm just going to work it out. Like, dog, you can stay with me, shit. I don't give a damn, you know. And we kicked it, and it was, you know, the rest, we still cool.
Wow.
Wow. Candace LaToya.
Yes.
Candace, you're in real estate, which was a lateral move for you. How scary was that when you decided to step out of your comfort zone, so to speak? You were in the IT world, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
And then you made that move. Talk to me about how scary that was.
It wasn't really scary. I think it was just a matter of pulling the trigger. For years, I have like trained myself to be an entrepreneur. Like one of my degrees is in entrepreneurship. A lot of people don't know this about me. I have 3 master's degrees. I went to college. I did 15 years corporate America. And I don't regret going to college. I think what I got from going to an institution was, like you said, the network, but not only that, like structure. It taught me like how to maintain a business, how to like get up in the morning and do what I'm supposed to do. Like it teaches you not just the book sense, but also life skills, how to deal with different people, how to work in groups, how to like put on a performance, like how to show something on the screen. Like all of that stuff is important when it comes to, you know, having your own business. But leaving the real estate, leaving the corporate America thing wasn't hard for me. I had positioned myself by taking classes and pursuing my real estate career before I left. I was a realtor 4 years before I left corporate America, just kind of, you know, beginning the transition. And then I just pulled the trigger, you know, I pulled the trigger on that and decided to do what I really love to do. You know, they say a lot, like moving from entrepreneurship to your purpose. Like, what's your purpose is important. Like a lot of people lose sense of that. Like when they're doing what they love to do, they just consider themselves like an entrepreneur. But really, like once you get past that, like I'm an entrepreneur, but I'm living in my purpose. I'm working on my purpose. It changes things for you a little bit, for sure.
Wow. You know, I always say these shows are so interesting to me because we've come full circle. I mean, I think Dave kind of talked about that, finding your purpose. Rob Love, man, you're a comedian. But how is your business?
I'm working on getting it tighter. You know what I mean? It's I'd say it's tough when you're doing it all. You know what I mean, as far as booking and promoting and creating. You know what I mean. You know, you gotta make sure you focus on the business too. So that's one of the areas I'm continuously trying to build and get stronger in.
Yeah,
Rob, let me ask you a question. I'm sorry, Rob.
Go ahead.
Rob, do you have your lines of credit set up so you can do your traveling, so you can get your flyer miles and things of that nature?
I don't have that set up.
Well, I tell you what, I'll get you my number, or go inbox me on my Instagram.
All right.
I'm gonna set you up whatever you need on the credit side.
And Rob is at Rob Love Funny, too hop good.
Okay, and I'm gonna do that. And the reason why I'm gonna do that is because, you know, Rodney gave me an opportunity to be on this show, and everybody's on the show that needs my help, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna charge them any money. So all I want you to do is take a good act and go and reach and touch somebody else. But I'm gonna help you. If it's a credit thing you need, if it's a line of credit you need, I'm gonna help you.
Awesome.
I appreciate that.
Very dope. Very dope. Hey, guys, let's take a break. We come back. More show. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live.
SM Marketing Communications is not only a marketing communications company. They also provide web content management, social media marketing, video and audio production, advertising, not-for-profit marketing management, and community outreach and engagement. Want to learn more about SM Marketing Communication? Call area code 314-339-7662. That's 314-339-7662. That's SM Marketing Communication.
Do you love sports? Then you should know about STEM. Because maximizing nutrition, analyzing peak muscle performance, calculating the perfect shot, and more are all made possible by science, technology, engineering, and math. In fact, there are more careers than ever in sports science. So if you have a passion for sports, then think about getting involved in STEM and improve everyone's game on and off the field. Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
All right, guys, we are back in full effect. Thank you, Mr. Hopgood, for rocking with us today. Cole Parker, Rob Love. Y'all wild, man. All right. Got a couple of questions for y'all before we get out of here. Comedy Hype. Our friends over at Comedy Hype got a new game. And I'll ask y'all a few questions and see what y'all knowledge
I'm winning today.
All right, Candy. Good luck. First question. You guys say, if you want a chance to answer.
That's the buzzer, Cole.
I didn't know what we was doing for a second.
Sound like Juvenile or somebody, huh?
Here we go.
Master P.
What was the name of the magazine that Khadija on Living Single worked at as an editor?
Flavor.
Who was?
Flavor.
Hopgood. What is it?
Flavor.
Flavor what?
Magazine.
It was Flavor Magazine. Hopgood, you got 2 points.
Whoa, I could go from 1 to 2 quick.
All right. Next question. What sports activity does Lil Duval partake in during his Smile music video with rapper Snoop Dogg and Ball Jeezy? Oh shit, Rob Love.
Smoking weed.
That is incorrect.
Sport? I didn't know that was a sport.
If you with Snoop Dogg, it's a sport.
Hey, Cole might go to the Olympics.
I'm buzzing in.
And you gotta say and.
I said it.
No, you say it like you mean it. There you go. All right.
No squeeze, no pull
Candace.
Basketball.
Oh my God! Did you just say basketball?
Yeah.
That's wrong as hell.
I suck at this game.
Anybody?
I guess.
Okay, guess from Cole.
Okay, let's go with golf.
Golf. That's what I was gonna go with.
All right, roller skating is the answer.
Wow.
We're moving on. Nobody gets to a point.
That's a sport, Rodney.
Hey man, I'm just telling you what they said, man.
Okay.
Name the sitcom. Shh. Not while I'm pouring.
Family Matters.
Whoa, that's 5 points for the man with the hat on with the red bottom. Wow.
Family
Dude, I had no idea, and I had the card in my hand.
I think Hopgood got this game at home.
Hopgood does look like he's been cheating. All right. Name the movie. It feels so lovely to be here. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Rodney Perry played in the sequel. The original was Coming to America.
Get the fuck out of here. Hopgood.
Wow.
Hopgood. Hopgood has 12 points. All right, we're going to get, these are 5-point questions, guys. Y'all can easily come back.
Okay.
Oh, that's too easy. I might say that. Okay. Candy. This is easy. You got a buzz. Do not let Hopgood outbuzz you. Name the comedian. She ready.
Tiffany Haddish.
Wait. We got to look at the tape for the.
My hand was first.
You don't put a hand up. You have to You have to say.
Did you say Tiffany Haddish?
I did everything.
We all said it.
Right.
And there's Latoya.
Get my
point.
point.
Did you say Tiffany Haddish?
Yes, I did. Those are my points.
You got 5
I know that's like
that
means, right?
5 points.
You have to be acknowledged.
She buzzed, and she's here every day, so we got to keep her on board.
Yeah.
And she's behind the scenes. She deserves it.
I don't need no pity 5 points. I earned my
points. You earn your points.
You jacked them points.
Hey, this is another easy one, guys. You ready to buzz? Name the comedian. You gotta wash your ass.
Red Fox.
Rob Love jumps on that one. That's actually 5 points for Rob Love.
I took the candy pack.
Fox also had a joke. He said, "Your breath smells exactly like your ass."
Exactly.
By the way, bam! Thank you, Lavina.
You know what? There's a woman
girl power
shit. No.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. That's girl.
They do that damn feminist movement.
Real time. She saw it real time.
Wow. Name the comedian. Cops put a hurting on your ass.
And the great Richard Pryor.
Wow.
Also known by his nickname Dick.
Wow, Hopgood can't be caught, but let's just do 2 more for the sake of Cole getting points.
I'm still shocked that athletic activity.
This comedian is known for being a hero in Jordan Peele's directorial debut.
Candy got the end.
Hopgood raised his hand, but he didn't say shit.
Oh. You missed this, Candy.
Little Real Howie is the answer.
That was it.
That was it.
I confirm. I'll be the confirmer.
Yeah, I'm proud. I was with him last week, and we talked about it. Yeah.
All right. How many comedians are part of the original cast of the 85 South show?
And
Cole.
3.
Oh shit! Cole got it. Even though his buzz was late as hell.
No, I came in first.
It was delayed like a mug.
Your buzz was late as hell.
I'll take it. It's laps.
This is a little tougher. Name the comedian. I'm sorry. Name the comedy tour that featured DL, Said the Entertainer.
I already got that one.
Go ahead, Hopgood. What do you think? You didn't let me finish.
I'm second.
English comedy.
That is wrong.
Oh,
Comedy Get Down.
The comedy get down is absolutely correct.
God. Oh,
you didn't let me get to George Lopez.
I know that's my fault. It's my fault.
Finish up good.
I know. I got excited. It was the hat.
Prom night.
Final question. Name the movie. I should have known you was in here. I saw the drippings from the driveway.
I know this.
Cole.
House Party.
You really know that? You got it. Well done. Hopgood, you need to get a deck of these because you killed this shit.
Yeah, first of all, I think you already got one.
Yeah,
fact.
Well, that's a lot of time being spent by myself.
Hey, you have tons of useless information, and I love it. Hey guys, crazy show today. Man, love. I see you, JP Justice. Thanks for popping in. David Arnold, thank you. Thank Julie. Have fun out there in Martha's Vineyard. Today's show was incredible. Cole, how do we stay in touch?
Everything's real simple at Cole D. Parker right there. There you go. You know, it should be backwards. Yeah.
Yeah. Rob Love, man, how do we stay in touch with what's coming up?
Same thing. Rob Love Funny on everything. I'm getting my YouTube and Instagram followers to over 10,000. So y'all follow me on Instagram. I'm in Memphis doing some shows. Shout out to the Vineyard. Got some things working. Labor Day weekend. Y'all come through Rob Love and Friends.
Hollywood Hop _ 06. How do we stay in touch, Hop?
At Hollywood Hop _ 06. As I said, anybody that's watching in the show that's tapping in with us, if you want some credit help or whatever, if you have some questions, inbox me. I'll answer those questions for free. Rob, I got you. So questions, we're doing the whole workup with you. So no worries.
Oh, dope.
Perfect. Candace Latoya, my right hand lady. How do we stay in touch?
You can find me on Instagram at Candace _ Latoya and every day on the Rodney Perry Live Show.
Man, love, man, respect. Hey, y'all, this is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. Great show today, guys.
It was dope.
Thanks, Cole. Thanks for
Appreciate the invite.
Appreciate it as always.
Yo, this is boring as shit. Who is that motherfucker? I block your ass, Mr.
He looked like he's sleeping.
I think
we did put him to sleep. Hey, we'll do better next time, Jared. Hey, y'all, my name's Rodney Perry. Have a great rest of
like a newborn baby.
Roast that ugly man.
Why does the pill look dirty? Why is it like he in a hotel? I don't know.
He's open casket. Ugly.
He don't watch number porn sites. That's the only thing that's gonna excite him.
Looks like he got some pancake number 5 and some lipstick on too.
Yo,
hey,
Jared, man. Check us out tomorrow. See if you like it, brother. If not, I mean, fuck you, man.
Shout out to Rodney Perry being dope, a dope human being. 1,000.
Shout out to Rodney Perry.
Hey, y'all, that's our show for today. We out.
Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.